If I had a boat, I would sail out, take every brother and sister of mine. We'd roll in the sunshine and sleep when it's dark, hoping to find somewhere we can call home. But it's black, yeah, it's black. Oh, the water's black, 'cause it's black, it's all black, black water. If I had some time, I'd be biting it well, but my house is on fire, there's no one left to tell. Just take what is given, the doors have been sealed. Just breathe in the poison and hope God is real.
Dear me, it's strange, isn't it? Going from one job you've been at for 14 years in the same district for 17, you were comfortable. You knew your job.
You had a purpose and met students where they were. You built close connections with staff. You were placed where you needed to be at that time in your life. Then you went through a lot. So many students you worked with graduated. They became adults or moved on. Loss was hard. You want to be needed and helpful, but you also need to learn to let go, to allow change to take place. You weren't able to grow in this position. You began to feel stifled and stuck. You needed a way to make a bigger difference, a change in direction. It was hard to feel this way, to love what you had, but a deep knowing and longing for something different and new. And just like you listened. It took a long time, but you finally decided to take action and find a new job, a place where you feel like you belong, a place who values students' emotional needs, who sees mental health as a priority, and utilizes arts as a tool to help guide learning, connection, and emotional growth and healing. That process took all year. You applied for 3 other jobs, never getting the interview. Hurt. It was a process of feeling lost, this knowing what you needed, but every door that opened seemed to shut too. But Leslie, you have resilience, a strong and quiet determination, and it finally worked. You secured the job of your dreams, a principal you had only heard about, but always longed to meet, someone of the same breed, a new mentor who will be a true asset to the next chapter of your life. Sometimes it's hard to let go of something you've held so dear, but now is your time, Leslie, to dive deeper. Find the joy in making a difference for a new set of children that will need you, staff that will include you, and want you to help them in a collaborative way to support students in their growth. It's finally an amazing opportunity to see yourself shine in a whole new way. And Leslie, I can't wait to see what happens this year, the direction life will take. Allow yourself to embrace each moment, live it fully, and be that bright light for others only you can provide. With love and kindness, me, your inner wisdom.
This year, I made a choice, a big one. I stepped away from what was familiar, from a school I'd grown to love, because I felt called to something different, something that would stretch me and grow me. Now I'm part of a whole school arts integrated model, and I'm diving deeper into expressive arts therapy, not just as a counselor or a therapist, but as someone who deeply believes in the healing power of creativity, not just for students, but for grown-ups too. For this piece, I leaned into something I'm learning, a bottom-up approach to art and expression. It means you start with sensation and movement. You trust your body before you trust the brush. So I didn't sketch a plan. I didn't have a vision. I just asked myself, what colors do I feel drawn to today? I chose blue, different shades, some bold, some soft, the color of breath and change and possibility. I knew I wanted a loose, flowing background, something that could drip and meander, but painting up bright wasn't working. The drips wouldn't fall, the paint didn't move, so I laid the canvas flat, and just like that, what felt like a mistake became an invitation to let go of control and made space for curiosity. This was never about getting it right. It was about staying with the process, even when it got messy, especially when it got messy. And maybe that's when the whole year has been teaching me to shift when things don't go as expected, to follow what feels right, not just what looks right. I started experimenting, using tools in new ways, grabbing whatever caught my eye. Sometimes I made bold movements, sometimes I moved slow and small, and I noticed how every motion, whether loud or quiet, still left a mark. But that's how life moves too. Big steps, tiny shifts, they all matter. As I kept painting, I felt something opening up. The textures surprised me, the unexpected patterns made me smile. There was joy in the play, relief in the not needing to be perfect outcome, freedom in just being present. This is the kind of art that heals, not because it solves anything, but because it gives us room to feel, explore, release, and begin again. After letting my body lead the way with movement and letting my emotions speak through nature and color, it was time for the final phase. This is where the meaning begins to take shape, where the art starts to tell its own story back to me. I began adding the sunflowers. They've always been a symbol of hope for me, steady, bright, always turning toward the light. These ones grow right out of the place that once felt stuck. Now that space has become the soil for something new. And then I built a little red schoolhouse. It's simple, but it carries so much meaning for me. This schoolhouse represents my next chapter, a new place where I can bring my creativity, my counseling, my love for expressive arts into the lives of students and teachers who may need it most. This piece holds my journey from uncertainty to possibility, from holding on to letting go. And just like this, my painting, my own life is still progressing. But I'm ready. I look forward to this new year, this new school, and the chance to make a difference in a new community. Every sunflower, every tree, every brick of that schoolhouse reminds me that we can grow something beautiful from the unknown. I added streaky clouds drifting in the background. They remind me that change always comes with a little bit of uncertainty. A welcome back sign across the front. As I stepped back, I could see the whole picture now. A forest for grounding, sunflowers for growth and hope, a schoolhouse for new beginnings, clouds that keep moving forward. And as I circle back to the beginning of this video, where I packed up all of my clothes, I also met my friend Carla, who gave me a whole bunch of t-shirts from the school I'm going to now, where I made my entrance and met my new counseling partner, Courtney.